Parsons, I think, comes here with a big chance. That gets a £5 penalty, one at Newmarket. Seems to be improving, stays well, and Mark Johnston gives this one a big chance. But we're nearly ready. There'll be a big roar as the runners set off on their 2-mile trip for the 2017 running of the Stobart Rail Northumberland Plate Handicap. So they're nearly all in. I think the last one to go in will be Josephine Gordon on natural scenery. Well, let's leave the commentary to Gareth Topham.
Set. They're off and racing for the 2017 Northumberland Plate. Maleficent Queen, something has gone amiss, and she's been pulled up immediately. Maleficent Queen barely taking any part at all for the Stowe handicap, and through the early stages they go. It is My Reward who is on the front end by a little more than a length at a steady looking early tempo. To in second position Champagne Champ, and they're being followed back in behind them by, on the outside, at Natural Scenery, and Jarmay over towards the inside just under a circuit left to travel. Higher Power is racing to the outside of Corton Lad, and then Seymour at his third attempt at this race in between horses as they now venture away from the stands and out at the far side of the track. Back in behind Seymour is the favourite Fly Me to the Stars, who's racing quite keenly at the moment. That one about a half length ahead of Gavlar, with over towards the inside, Good Run next, and then Sir Chauvelin from Lord George and Hot Beat as they continue their run going away from us. Right towards the back end of the field, Interlude, and also looking well down, Clever Cookie in these early stages. A Champagne Champ under Paul Hannigan. Paul Hannigan clearly not happy with this early pace, has now moved to take it up and ups the tempo a bit. Leads now by 3 to 4 lengths. Racing now towards the entrance into the back with just over a mile and a quarter left to go in the plate, and it is Champagne Champ by 3 to 4 lengths over My Reward, who is racing in at second spot as they continue this left-handed run side. Higher Power not too far off them, with up towards the outer Natural Scenery, Jarmay over towards the inside, and then Seymour and Corton Lad as they begin their run going down the far side, and Champagne Champ is blazing the trail here under Paul Hannigan. He's leading up by a good handful of lengths still as they make the journey on towards halfway. My Reward in second, with following those in a third at Higher Power as they make the run now inside halfway and on towards their last 7 furlongs. Natural Scenery is at the outside of Jarmay, then Corton Lad. Seymour is in midfield, travelling well. Gavlar is a little wider out, then follows Good Run over towards the inside. That one tracked by Hot Beat, who's still hard. So Chauvelin is still well back in the field, as is Your Kidding Cosmelli as well. Clever Cookie likewise, as the field now race on towards their final 5.5 furlong. Handed run back towards the home straight shortly will be upon them. There's around about 15 to 20 lengths between first and last, and it is Champagne Champ who leads the plate field back the straight. Second place is held by My Reward, with Higher Power travelling nicely under Tom Queally back in third. A little wider out then to Natural Scenery, with over to the inside Jarmay. Gavlar's making ground. Fly Me to the Stars is still pulling like a steam engine as they make the journey back towards the home straight. Fly Me to the Stars in around about 5th or 6th place. Luke Morris having his arms yanked out of the sockets as they swing on in. It is Champagne Champ who brings the field back for home in the plate over My Reward, who's now on the attack once more and quickly moves on by. A little wider out is Higher Power, who goes well. Now Flying called upon for a bit extra. Towards the outside is Natural Scenery, then Sir Chauvelin. Seymour with plenty to do. Down the wide outside, the grey Lord George is picking up and is chased back in behind us by Corton Lad as they race on down inside their final furlong and a half. Sam Missile also trying to stay on. Inside the last furlong they come. My Reward, Higher Power. Here's Natural Scenery under Josephine Gordon to the outside, then Fly Me to the Stars and Lord George. Higher Power's fighting on really gamely over towards the inside, is a neck to a half ahead and lands the plate under Tom Queally. Higher Power had the power and fought off Natural Scenery. The inside Fly Me to the Stars, and then a little wider out to find the likes of Sam Missile, Lord George and Cosmelli running well, picking up late down the wide outside.
He's absolutely blown away.
What a finish, what a finish. Higher Power, Natural Scenery was flashing home. High excitement here, and the place is just, here's the whole result called. Natural Scenery, I think Fly Me to the Stars was bang there, has finished third. The whole complexion of the race changed. Champagne Champ led early on. But Higher Power is one of the 11 to 2. Another big Saturday for James Fanshawe. Exactly a week ago, the Tin Man was winning, showing speed to win the big Group 1 sprint at Royal Ascot. James Fanshawe doesn't have an awful lot of horses, but my goodness me, he can train them. And Tom Queally, again, who rode the Tin Man last week, was on board. Josephine Gordon was bearing down on Natural Scenery. And I'll catch up with Winning Connections in a moment. There's mayhem down here, a lot of excitement, but just seeing what was in fourth place was Lord George. So James Fanshawe has finished first and fourth, and Fly Me to the Stars has finished third. But the 2017 Northumberland Plate has gone to Newmarket. Higher Power, ridden by Tom Queally for James Fanshawe.
You will never see a top-class handicap like that with a horse travelling so easily throughout the whole race. He got there sooner. I'm convinced Tom didn't want to be where he was, but he was literally getting run away with. And of course, in those sort of situations then, it's all about holding on. But he's gutsy as well, and Tom having a really good time of things. Now, we were talking to the chap who was involved